Good afternoon from Marie at Messium Creations. I hope this Friday afternoon finds you safe and well. I am going to very briefly show you Paper Pumpkin. So in the United States, this is available as a monthly subscription, and they've just trialled it recently with the two in the UK and Europe. So we had the Box of Sunshine and we now have Joy to the World. So to give you an idea what's in the kit, you get these most gorgeous lined envelopes. So there's a kind of lining in there that's printed with joy, and I need to get my translations. Peace, joy and love in French, German and English. You get 8 card bases. So 4 of them have lines running down and 4 of them have it across, depending on which way around you do the cards. But anyway, you've got 2 different directions for the cards, and then you get these kind of words that pop out, and again you've got those in French, English and German, and you get some dimensionals and some glue dots and labels. And if you're a beginner crafter and it's the first time for you, you pretty much have everything you need except for a block like this that you would pop the stamps on. So the stamp set that comes with it, these peel and stick onto a block. You can use anything that's flat, but if you wanted the blocks, they are available to buy separately as well. And as a beginner crafter, you've got kind of little recipes and you know, a little bit of information about what you can create, or you can just let your heart and mind run wild. So all comes in a nice little box and it's only £20. I will pop the ordering link following this video as well. You get a little translation, so peace, pay and harmony in Germany. That won't be how it's said. That needs to be said with a German accent. And then joy, Freude in German, love, amour and Liebe. Do not mark me on my foreign language skills at all. Hi Jeanette, hope you are well. So yeah, so the stamp set comes with the range of stamps. So you get a wreath, Merry Christmas, wishing you a very happy Christmas filled with fun and laughter, to the world, sending to yours, and then you get a stamped joy as well. Or when you get this gorgeous thread and a little Just Jade ink spot. And these, oh, there's so much in the kit, I forget. So in essence, you also get these little backgrounds. They're sort of embossed. There's 2 different sizes of those. Lost the other one currently. And then these pieces just pop out. And it's literally a case of popping them together. So there are glue dots and the dimensionals in the kit, but you can use any double-sided tape if you didn't want to use the glue dots. So I'm going to use a double-sided tape. I'm going to put my cable knit kind of that way around. And you've got these lovely wreaths. So you'll see from this point of view, I'm not actually doing any stamping on this one at all. But what the dimensionals will do, I will use a couple on here. You can just pop a couple on the back. And these are self-adhesive. This is designed to be this way up and then it creates a kind of raised surface. Now the glue dots, this is where I would potentially use them on here. Those of you that know me know I'm not the tidiest crafter in the world, and of course I've lost the little glue dots in the pile. Ah, there, found. Most excellent. So some sort of, if you have it, a pick tool. If you don't have it, you could use a toothpick, but literally I can roll that up and pop it onto the back of the word. And so they've got a little surface coating, and they literally roll up. That is really, it's going to be very difficult to get that on camera, but hopefully you get the idea that you can roll it up. So you could use a matchstick if you don't have this sort of tool, or anything with a kind of point to it. I mean, these kits I think are great if you've got a creative child. Most of this can be done dependent upon their age and ability, without a huge amount of supervision, because there isn't any cutting required. Everything is kind of pre-embossed. So then the other thing that we have, what you can do with this thread, is cut a piece. Just cut a length. Having said that, you don't require scissors. If you didn't want your child to have scissors, you could just. I'm certified as safe with a pair of scissors. But you could wrap that around your fingers and then kind of just scoosh it up, and scoosh it, that's a technical term. And then if you wanted to just pop it, behind there. Obviously it needs a bit of sticky, but we'll just work out that if that's where we want it. So ideally that would have been glued prior, but what we can do is take another little dimensional and catch. Oh, not put the dimensional there. Make sure the dimensional is hidden underneath. Showing you how not to do it clearly. But literally that thread can sit however you want to see it sit.
I'm home, darling.
And my husband's home. He's been out. And he's home.
You lucky girl.
So the stamps, so I'm going to take the Merry Christmas, pop that across, so just dabbing the stamp to pick up ink. Jeanette says hi too. And then it says Merry Christmas in the card. So which way around was that one going? That one's going that way. So let's, so I've done a little bit of prep on one of these. So you get these little banners in the kit as well. So I've put to the world on that one. So I'm going to make this one peace to the world. And obviously the more crafting supplies you've got, the more you can add to it. It's just a nice compact gift. And the stamp set then you can use all year round. I've seen some non-Christmas cards made from it, so it is possible. So again, I'm going to do that little thing with the glue dots of just rolling it up. They roll up so easily. So how's your week been, Jeanette? Has it been a good one, I hope? Been a bit damp in places, hasn't it? I did get out for a lovely walk with my mum the other day. Sticking to our rule of 2. The sun was shining, so we grabbed the opportunity. So again, I've just put a few of those on. I'm going to pop that across there, as I say, as a crafter with a, shall we say, a large hoard of crafting products. I'm going to show you how you can add other pieces to it. So I'm going to pop that on those couple of those little dimensionals. Oh, just throwing me up the glue dots on the floor there. Got a lovely crafty weekend ahead, which is rather exciting as well. Got a little virtual retreat, so that's quite exciting. But who needs an excuse to sit and craft? Seeing what I've got floating around in the gold thinking that would look quite nice to have a couple of those popped. As I say, the more crafty bits you've got around the place, the more embellishment you can add to the kit, but it works perfectly well on its own without any additional embellishment. That is how it's designed. Oh, I've managed to pick a glue dot up in my yeah, damp. Yes. Ah, the long winter evenings now. I think, as I say, literally I'm lucky enough that I don't live that far from my parents, so we could literally go, the weather's nice, let's get out, and we could go for a little wander. But yeah, we're definitely in that time of year now, aren't we, where you literally, if you want to get out, you've kind of got to grab your opportunity and do it while you can. I haven't got much gardening done this week, that's for sure. Oh, I might add a little bit more see what else we can do with this. I might try and make it look a bit ribbon like. So as I say, with the thread, it literally is just, you know, have a play and see what takes your fancy. There is no set way of doing this. It's a real, so let your imagination run wild. As I say, if you're an absolute beginner, there's a little sort of recipe card, shall we call it. With some ideas on. Or if you're prepared to risk getting lost for hours, you can pop onto Pinterest. I do find with the I'm going to do sending joy to you and yours inside this card. So yeah, Pinterest is quite useful because you could put in joy to the world and you would get hundreds of ideas. Then Pinterest would throw you 1,000,001 other things that you'd then go down a little rabbit hole. But I tend not to go onto Pinterest unless I know I've got time to get caught in a rabbit hole, because I don't think I've ever successfully gone onto Pinterest and done the one thing that I intended and then come off. So there you go, I put that joy on a slight angle so that it kind of swept in, and then I've put the two you and yours from there. So it's quite a flexible little set. As I say, literally these just pop out. Do another one with that little wreath. What I'm just wondering is what would happen. Can I? Oh look, I'm going to add some extra stamping to that wreath, just because I can. This Just Jade is such a lovely colour as well. And I am earlier than I would normally be on a Friday, just because of other things that are going on. So appreciate that more of you will probably get this on catch up. That I'm just going to stamp that off. Yes, that is working out all right. That's good. So just inking up that stamp so you can see the green all over it, and then just going to pop it on in no particular fashion. Might try and line up some of the red bits, but what we'll see, it just adds a little bit of depth to it. Oh, and there is these lovely little dots as well. Oh, I'm sure we can find something to do with those. Do you know what we could do? There's two sizes of these, a shorter one and a longer one. So I'm going to do a kind of portrait card. What I'm thinking is these little dots. We can just pop a few little dots, because it's a embossed background, it won't stamp terribly evenly, but pop a few in that area and just see. As I say, it's just plain, nothing right or wrong with the way you put these things together. Might do, what should we put? Might simply put, let's see whether, where's the to you and yours? That'll fit on there perfectly. And then around the edge you can take any sponge, pop it into the, well, I want to say any sponge, don't take your washing up sponge, it might be a bit damp. Or take a clean sponge, shall I say that? Shall I word it correctly? So I'm just taking that down around the edge, just because I like that. Oh, I might add some little dots to that. You know how I like a little splob? Put a little splob in that corner. A little splob in this corner. So that's going to go there. See if I've missed anything in my little kit. I don't think I have. I think I've gotten everything. Can use another bit of thread. I mean, I don't know what length there is on this thread, but there's absolutely loads of it. So that's the only point you actually need a pair of scissors to cut to that. So I've cut a longer piece. Sort of wrap around and just do whatever width, because it's quite curled up. It wants to curl up. I don't mind letting it do that. So right, let's get some bits stuck on. Actually, I'm going to put that further up, so it's going to end up. I need some more dots. I need some more dots. Oh, got little bits of. So if we work out where we're going to put that, I want some of the dots sort of coming in. And some of them, maybe they'll just disappear off into this corner. We could just sort of have like a little. So literally, it's just let your imagination go wild. That's quite cute, isn't it? So this, so you could use the glue dots or any double-sided tape, or you could put it on the dimensionals that are in the kit. I am using my stamp and seal, so oops, I need to put it on there. So popping that up there, then this sort of gathering of thread, sort of as you fancy. Put some tape on there. The only consideration sometimes with dimensionals is whether you are going to post it or not. I'm going to have that slightly going off that base, so I've just used the tape to kind of catch that thread. Oh, I'm going to put this whole thing up on dimensional, so if you are doing the whole thing, again you've got a whole sheet of dimensionals, so we can just, I think we'll put 6, maybe we'll put a couple in the middle just to make sure. So there we go. So each one, if you ever struggle with knowing whether you've taken the tops off your dimensionals, what you can do is take a pen and sort of colour across the top of all of those, and then you can work out where you haven't put your. So that whole thing is raised on the card, and then that is going to sit. So I'm just going to tape that top corner on that one so that it appears raised. It's just tacked on to that corner. Might just leave it blank on the inside for that one. So you can see, you can just literally, so I have used that's without any additional stamping on the wreath, or this one is stamped additionally, so you can see the difference there. But literally it's a kit for only £20 that allows you to play for your heart's content and make, from the contents of the kit, you've got 8 card bases, so you can definitely make 8 cards. You then would be You'd have the stamp set left over, and I suspect you'd probably have some of the words left over, and you'd certainly have some dimensionals left over, and possibly even some thread. So excellent value. Anyway, have a fabulous weekend. On Monday I will share with you some of the lovely projects that I'm doing over the weekend, and let you know the designers of said projects, because there's some beautiful projects from the sneak peeks that I have had. So I look forward to sharing that with you on Monday. Have a lovely weekend and stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Bye.